Yo, what's good? It's Sal with B.A.D TV, and today we're here with Noah Genesis.
How's it going?
All right, Noah, tell me a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? How was your upbringing?
Okay. I was born in West Seattle, and I spent like 5 years there. And then I moved to Gig Harbor, Washington, where I grew up and spent most of my time. I did a lot of high school, and I lived in Tacoma a little bit too throughout high school. And that's when I started making music in like sophomore year, because my friend H.E.Z.Y was rapping in middle school, and I didn't like his beats. So I was like, let me try this out. I'll see what I can do, see if I can make some better stuff for him. So I started making music sophomore year of high school, like 4 years ago. And then I went to college in Sacramento at Sacramento State University for just a semester. And that's where I made my new project. I made that during the time I stayed in Sacramento. And now we're out here in LA.
So prior to music, what were you into? What were your hobbies? Yeah. What'd you do for fun?
I played all the sports, so I was like really into specifically basketball and baseball. Like I played basketball throughout high school and baseball throughout high school. I didn't really enjoy it, but my hobbies were like basketball and baseball.
So how'd your family feel once you told them like, yo, I think I want to start experimenting hobby like wise with music? And then how did it compare to when you told them like, all right, yeah, this is what I'm gonna do?
Well, I feel like I always wanted to be an artist, but certain people like in my life kind of wanted me to go more of the athletic direction, just because that was kind of what they did, and it worked out for them. So when I chose to kind of like do what I really wanted to do, which was art and music, it was definitely like a very hard thing, and it definitely created like problems with like my family, I think.
So to backtrack a little bit, how did you and H.E.Z.Y meet? Just in school or?
Yeah, he moved to Gig Harbor and for middle school, and we started going to the same middle school. We lived relatively, like we lived on the same bus route. So we would ride the bus together back home and to school every day. We wouldn't sit together, but I would see his outfits, and his outfits were like the most unique, crazy shit I've ever seen, because he'd always have a Chris Paul basketball jersey on, a Nike headband, sometimes the arm sleeves, like the Jordans, like drip, like leg sleeves, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. I was like, wow, this guy is fly, I need to make friends with him. And then we started like hooping together, and he fucking hated me, but I loved him, and then I kind of forced him to be my friend in middle school.
Yeah. So when did you start getting those beats over to him?
Yeah, like when I started making them.
Yeah.
2022, I think. So sophomore year. That's like when I found. That was like shortly after I found Earl Sweatshirt, and like Mike and JPEG Mafia, and I was like really just like shocked of how you can make a beat like this from a sample. And H.E.Z.Y was rapping on sample beats, and I didn't like his beats at all because they were like lo-fi beats on YouTube. So I was like, bro, I'm gonna buy Ableton, or I'm gonna pirate Ableton, and then I'm gonna try to make some shit for you. And that's how it started.
So you're an Ableton warrior.
Ableton warrior.
Oh yeah.
Ableton warrior.
And then when did the more film aspect start coming into things?
I would say right when I started, like my first songs that you can't find anywhere, so don't try to find them, I really wanted to direct the music video and make it really pretty, because I was also really I've always been into movies. And H.E.Z.Y's like actually like that guy, like when it comes to the camera stuff. And I was always envious and jealous that he could so easily create something so beautiful. So it was kind of a little competition in everything that we do. And when it came to the directing stuff, it was like, okay, I need to step it up. I need to lock in a little bit.
Right now, what are like the first like 3 to 5 films that come to mind when it comes to like influencing just you as a person right now?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Chungking Express by Avant-garde is beautiful. I have that tattooed on me. L'Haine is a French film that I have The World Is Ours tatted on my back. I would say Beau is Afraid by Ari Aster is like one of my favorite movies ever. I love how chaotic it is.
That's the one with Joaquin Phoenix, right?
Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix. I love Ari Aster. I like Do the Right Thing, Spike Lee, one of my favorites ever. And then lastly, I would say either Coraline or Mr. Fantastic Fox.
Right, you had to have the stop motion.
Exactly, I had to put a little animation in there.
Like your family around you growing up, what were they listening to, like sonically?
Mhm.
Like what artists and?
That's a good question. My mom really liked like Nora Jones, like that type of music, like singer-songwriter, but kind of jazzy, as well as like old classic rock like Beatles and then old soul like Nina Simone. And then my dad really liked grunge rock just because we were in the Pacific Northwest. So it was like Nirvana, Alice in Chains, stuff like that. And then he also liked like West Coast hip hop, so like Biggie, Tupac.
So I gotta press you a little bit. Was it more of like a creative decision, or was it just trying to like clear up your catalog when it comes to taking off a lot of your old music and stuff?
Shit. Man,
Man, you took off some bangers, bro.
yeah. I took down a lot of songs just because if I don't like, I was like low-key a child when I made them. So there's a lot of things that like I say and I'm just like, this is corny, this is not me anymore, like I was a different person. But you can find most of them on Noah Illis. I have the Noah Illis page up with some songs, but yeah, it usually just comes down to not putting enough intention behind lyrics.
Was there like a pivotal moment or something that kind of made you know, like, okay, yeah, this is what I want to pursue full time?
I think I posted a song with Gaius Guevara. You heard of Gaius Guevara?
No,
It's fire. Check out Gaius Guevara. I did a song with him. I made the beat and I was rapping on it and he was rapping on it a really long time ago. That was like my first song I ever released, I think. And because he was like a bigger name, people were finding it and finding my Instagram and sending me messages like the song like changed my life. And I'm like, I didn't know I could do that. Like I didn't know I could change my life. And they were like, how long have you been making music? Da da da. And I'm like, this is like my first song. And they're like, you gotta keep going, you gotta keep going. So like, it's kind of unhealthy, but the messages that I was getting and like, honestly, like, yeah, the affirmation from other people, which is not very healthy, but that's kind of what I was like, okay, I think I can do this. And I really love it.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you kind of do just need that like outside opinion from someone not in your circle or not in your world to know like, okay, this is something viable, something that's worth pursuing.
Yeah.
But,
Exactly.
you said you went to Sac State for a semester.
Yeah, Sac State.
What were you studying in school?
Sociology, because I got my associate's degree in high school. So junior year and senior year of high school, I was also getting my associate's degree at TCC, and I was like emphasis on sociology. So then I went into sociology at Sac State, but I wasn't really feeling it.
What was your family's reaction to you wanting to drop out of school?
Bro, it was bad. It was like, yeah, it was just, they were the first of their family to go to college. So they have a strong emphasis on like keeping that going, right? So when I literally just came home on the train one day from Sacramento to Seattle, which was like a 20-hour train ride. Came home, everything. I had 2 guitars, like 2 suitcases, like 3 duffel bags, everything. And they were not happy.
Have they kind of opened up a little bit more as they've seen like the art start to gain momentum?
My mom is my #1 fan. So my mom is like my best friend and my #1 fan. And she definitely supports me as much as she wants me to go to school. So I try to show them anytime something's like kind of making sense. Like if I'm booking shows and stuff, then I'm like, see, like I'm doing things. But yeah.
So you like mix, master, you produce, you record all your own shit?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. And Ableton, or like do you use multiple softwares for that? Or?
Yeah, I'm just on Ableton. Yeah, just Ableton.
And then when it comes to the video editing and stuff like that, what software are you guys using?
Me and H.E.Z.Y use different stuff, but I started on this free shit called H.E.Z.Y Live. It was horrible. It was the worst software I've ever touched. But now I switched to DaVinci. I'm on DaVinci.
Yeah, DaVinci's fire.
DaVinci's fire.
So you did baseball a lot.
Yeah.
Did you ever think about pursuing that career-wise, or was it always just something more like hobby-esque?
I was like, yeah, like I was having colleges look at me and shit. And I was like on the teams that would like travel across like America. Like I was on the Washington State team, and we'd go across America, and I had like a few scouts of smaller schools that wanted to like offer me a scholarship, but I stopped playing junior year, which kind of got rid of all that.
So your first project under Noah Genesis was Genesis, right?
Technically I would say my first real project is Interpiece. Yeah.
But that was kind of just like your introduction to like, I'd say like sequencing and whatnot, would you say? Or?
Exactly, yeah, definitely. That was the first time I really had to think about even more facets of creating an art piece, like executive production and track titles and ordering songs and transitions. So it was definitely a new challenge.
How would you say the creative process kind of evolved from that project to Interpiece to now your latest project?
I think it started out where I only cared about the beats. And then I started caring about what I'm saying and the beats. And then I started caring about what I'm saying, the beats, and the mix. And now I'm starting to care about, for my next album coming on October 3rd on my birthday, I'm caring about everything from the track titles to how the songs are ordered, to how it's sequenced. I really wanted to build a world, so I feel like finally I'm caring about every facet of the piece, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah. No, I feel like you've definitely prepared yourself in all the right ways to not kind of jump into it. It kind of feels like it's all a natural progression. So I'm really excited to see what comes from it.
Thank you.
And then what have you been listening to recently? What artists, homies, other bigger artists, names?
Okay. I'm always listening to Westcliff Holt, ZRA, and then I've been listening to Permanent as Your Heirs by Train Breaks Down. I've been listening to, let's see, can I pull it out?
Yeah, bro, go for it.
I've been listening to Almost There by Lucky. I've been listening to H.E.Z.Y by Skywater. Lim, you seen this one? Lim Lassale Loves You.
Yeah. Lim's crazy.
Lim. I've been listening to Joint for You by Kai Crusade. Run Like a Girl by February. I got the February shirt on right now. What else? Mark William Lewis. He's a big inspiration. V's.
Fire. Yeah. All the goats right there?
Yeah.
And then what do you got planned next? More visuals for the project? What do you think in shows?
Yeah, so we got 6 videos for the album. I'm working on booking a release show. Then yeah, we got a little Halloween tour coming up with the Holt and with Z and with Fine China. Shout out Fine China next month, hopefully.
Fuck yeah, bro. And I mean, you're still a young creative, young multifaceted creative. It's gonna be on your 20th birthday, right?
Yeah,
project?
my next project's coming on my 20th birthday.
I feel like that's gonna be a good culmination and a good introduction to Noah Genesis if you haven't heard it yet. So, is there anything else you want to say? Anything else you want to get off and let the people know?
Free Palestine, free Haiti, free Sudan, free Congo. Fuck ICE, know your rights, protect your neighbors.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Sal.
Free all marginalized people. Let's go.
Appreciate it.
Fire.